Good evening. Welcome to the Class of 2000 graduation ceremony. Would you please stand as the Class of 2000 graduates go through their processional? Thank you. At this time, would you please stand, join in the singing of the national anthem under the direction of Miss Sarah Baker, Director, the Arroyo High School Chamber Choir.
So proudly we hailed as the twilight whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in.
At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Class of 2000 President with the evening's address of welcome, Miss Yvette Casillas.
Welcome to the new generation of excellence. My name is Yvette Casillas. I am the Class of 2000 President. We thank you for coming tonight and supporting your loved ones. This day marks the end of our high school career and the beginning of the rest of our lives. No longer will we be carried hand in hand by our teachers, but now it is up to us to continue to the next step. The gates of life have been opened, and the world is ours to conquer. The path we take will be all our own, and we mustn't let ourselves be influenced by negative. Have no doubt that what we have learned here at Arroyo will carry with us the rest of our lives. Give thanks to the teachers, administrators, and counselors. Give thanks to the teachers, administrators, and counselors who have dedicated their lives to changing ours. Here, we have learned mathematics, perfected our English, explored the world of foreign languages, science, performing arts, and athletics. but I can confidently say that we have learned much more than general education. We here sitting today would have not made it were it not for the extra lessons that were taught to us. Were you not taught that cheating was bad? To this day, honesty is still the best policy. Thank you, teachers and administrators, once again, who have taught us these lessons inside and outside of the classroom. To the class of 2000, never forget that you are special. Ever since elementary school, we knew we were different. No other class has received the same caliber of attention as has the smoke-free class of 2000. We have hopes, dreams for ourselves, and so does the rest of the world. We have been chosen to lead the future generations into the next millennium, a responsibility that we shall achieve commendably. I need not wish you the best, for you shall have it. My message to you again, follow your dreams, set goals, prepare for the future, and continue to live as the extraordinary class of 2000. Farewell, and God bless you.
Thank you, Yvette. Next speaker this evening is Ms. Jennifer Liu, class of 2000 honorary speaker, giving this evening's class address.
I hope this microphone is working. Since you better ready. Since you already gave a beautiful welcome, I'd like to say how nice it is to see all of you here. Members of the board, the faculty, our parents, especially you, class of 2000. When we graduated from 8th grade, they told us that high school would be the best 4 years of our lives. Said that in high school, find who we are and where we're going. And they said that 4 years of high school will prepare you for your lives. High school has been memorable. I know that one day I'll look back and smile on these days. But then you start listening to what everyone else says that high school should be, and who you should be when you get out. And you start wondering, was I absent that day? Because class of 2000, we sit here together one last time, but many of us still don't know who we are or where we're going. And many of us are just as confused as we were when we were sitting together for freshman orientation. So, if high school was supposed to prepare us for our lives, what happened? I guess the only way to answer that question is to ask another question. Can anything really prepare us for our lives? High school might prepare us academically, but it only begins to open the doors to discovering everything you are and everything that you can be. And for the past 4 years, high school has been trying to show us that door, and they've been trying to lead us there. But just as we begin to get comfortable, just when we think we finally found some really love to do, or those friends that we wish that we met freshman year, now we're being shoved out that door, whether we want to or not, or whether we feel ready or not. I'm 18. I'm going to college next year. And I still like watching Pinky and the Brain. I think many of you feel the same way when I say I don't feel ready to go into that world. But then again, that's the interesting part. Because you see, in the next few years of our lives, we get to experiment and we get to find new things. It's like this puzzle that's waiting to be solved, and you have to do it on your own. There's no career center sending you little slips, reminding you to turn in your paperwork. There's no warning announcements telling you when things are going to happen. You have to do it yourself. And even though this is new and this is frightening, in its own way, it's also wonderful. And hopefully, in the next few years, we'll be able to start piecing together who we are and start finding our direction in life. Well, as for high school being the best 4 years of your lives, I hope that you've enjoyed these past few years. I hope that you've had some fun. I know I have. But I also hope that these have not been the best 4 years of your life, and that there's something more out there for all of us. So what if we don't know where we're going right now? That's okay, because we can and we will find our way. Because as Winston Churchill and your yearbook points out, this is not the end. This is not even the beginning. It, however, may be just the end of the beginning.
Thank you, Jennifer. Our last student speaker this inning giving the farewell address, another one of our class of 2000 honorary speakers this evening, Mr. Dat Ha.
Good evening, graders, proud parents, class of 2000. Today we gather here as one for the last time. After this night, many of us will take a different path down the course down the path of life. May never see each other again. Though what we say or do here tonight may be forgotten, the education we have learned throughout the years will always remain with us as we embark on a more difficult journey, the journey to find ourselves, meaning of life. Arroyo High School has been an oasis of fertile soil, and we, its delicate seeds. From the first day we were sown into this rich soil, we were eager to be educated and to learn. The strange and prosperous environment of the first year gradually became our second home as we grew adapted to it. Here we have also built everlasting friendships and a sense of belonging. Then came the sophomore and junior years, the most difficult years and therefore the climax of a high school career, because the things we do begin to count. Then came the final challenge of the fourth year, which we have avidly overcome. The dreadful math and unpredictable science classes, the long history and demanding English courses, conquered them all. We should be extremely proud of ourselves for having struggled and thus prevailed. However, our lives have just commenced. The end of high school only leads to the beginning into the real world. The roads ahead will be more rigid, but it is up to us to straighten them again. Therefore, I challenge you, class of 2000, to challenge yourselves, to be the best that you can ever be. I challenge you, class of 2000, to test your limits, to find how far you can go, to be never content with success, but to always strive for more. Let not the class of 2000 be forgotten by history, but let us mark the beginning of a new era. Let us mark the beginning of a new generation, a generation of fierce leaders and independent scholars with minds and wills of their own. Let the class of 2000 light the way. Let us be the leaders of tomorrow, together to strive, seek, to find, and not to yield. Thank you.
Well done, Dad. At this time, I'd like to introduce the principal of Arroyo High School making this evening's presentation of the senior class of 2000, Mr. Anthony M. Ortega.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. Good evening, parents, family, and friends. I take real pride and pleasure in welcoming you to the commencement exercise for the class of 2000. We are commemorating our 45th year of service to this community. Graduation services are a ceremony honoring those young people that have earned the right to be recognized for their dedication to completing all of the requirements required by the Board of Education. Therefore, it is our sincere wish that these ceremonies will be given the proper respect by those of you in attendance this evening. I also ask that if you do have a pager or a cell phone, if you would please turn them off for this evening so that every student's name can be heard and be recognized appropriately. As principal of Arroyo High School, it is indeed a privilege for me to introduce to you our honored guests who have been instrumental in developing and influencing the quality of educational programs available to Arroyo High School and within the El Monte Union High School District. Our first guests are members of the El Monte Union High School Board of Trustees. I'd like to introduce to you, please, Mr. Frank Ogas, Clerk of the Board, and Mrs. Carol Mahoney, Board Member and Trustee. Our next guests are the superintendents of the El Monte Union High School District. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our superintendent, Mr. David Sandell. I'd also like to acknowledge that Mr. Sandell is retiring this year after 40 years of service to the El Monte community and 8 years as the superintendent of the El Monte Union High School District. Mr. Sandell, this being your last graduation exercise, we at Arroyo know you saved the best for last. Also with us, the Assistant Superintendent of Adult Education and Alternative Education, Mr. Victor Chavez. For a school the size of Arroyo to run efficiently, as well as effectively, it takes a strong team of talented individuals. I have been blessed with the talent and strength of my team. They are caring, creative, and sensitive to the needs of our students and our staff. I'd like to recognize them and ask them please to stand. First, Mr. James Sefton, our Assistant Principal of Instruction. Mr. Keith Richardson, Assistant Principal for Student Services. And Mr. Gary Jensen, Assistant Principal of Activities. Also, on the front podium here with us, we have two of our faculty members I'd like to acknowledge and recognize. Our senior class advisor, Mr. Eric Lopez. And one of our faculty members who's greatly involved with the graduation ceremonies, Mr. Frank Kuhn. I would like to take this time to recognize two very exceptional members of this graduating class. They are exceptional because it has taken them much longer than any other member of the class of 2000 to complete all of their requirements. In fact, the two together have been at Arroyo High School for a total of 69 years. The first graduate I'd like to introduce entered Arroyo High School in the fall of 1972. He began his career as a biology teacher, but also taught oceanography and mathematics. These past 3 years have been quite rough on this teacher as he's underwent 2 major surgical procedures. His health is improving daily, and soon he'll be found playing his banjo and fishing, 2 of his most favorite pastimes. After 28 years of service as a teacher, he has decided to retire. Please join me in recognizing Mr. Bill McElwain. I believe Mr. McElwain was unable to be here this evening. Our next graduate I wish to recognize is often referred to as Mr. Arroyo. He arrived here at Arroyo High School in 1959, 41 years ago. He immediately made himself known on our campus as he was the youngest teacher, a 19-year-old industrial arts teacher. He has also served as our department chair for industrial technology since 1970. Additionally, if you ever attended an evening game or dance in the past 41 years, you were greeted by this gentleman at the front door. After 41 years of service to Arroyo High School, our students, and to this community, this teacher has also decided to retire. Please join me in recognizing Mr. Al Nolte. The class of 2000 has become an exceptional class and is one that is very special. The class has continued to maintain the highest level of achievement in academics and athletics, a level of success that has been characteristic of Arroyo High School since its inception in 1955. Some of our students have traveled different paths to arrive here tonight. The majority have followed the established pattern of 4 years of study and full participation in our co-curricular program. Some, however, have taken the road less traveled. Some have returned to Arroyo High School from our continuation program and Teen Moms program and other alternative ed programs. The fact that they are here this evening, graduating tonight with their classmate, is a testimony of their determination and ability. I would also like to congratulate the faculty, counselors, and staff that have supported and encouraged these students to continue their education. And of course, to you, the parents, whose love, support, and encouragement have been a source of strength for these students. There is a wealth of talent here in this class, whether it's in fine arts, creative arts, academics, or athletics. In the area of academics, we have students graduating tonight that are simply outstanding. A large number of our students are already enrolled in college and in university for the fall. Many of them have received academic scholarships, grants, and honors upon entrance. The graduating class of 2000 has earned over $200,000 in scholarships and awards to assist them in furthering their education and their future. The class' tremendous athletic talent continued to have compiled records of wins in both our boys and girls athletic program that cannot be matched by any of the other surrounding schools in our community. Recently, at Arroyo's 4th annual Renaissance Assembly, over 1,500 students were recognized for academic achievements and improvement. One area that was announced that I would like to highlight at this time are the students that had maintained perfect attendance while attending high school all 4 years here at Arroyo High School. When I read your name, would you please stand and remain standing? First, I'd like to acknowledge Bo Bartel, Nancy Lamb, Kim Lamb, Alina Lim, Jennifer Liu, Lee No, and Nellie Tran. Please join me in acknowledging these students. It is very pleasing to be the principal of school when you have a class that has demonstrated the leadership qualities exhibited by the class of 2000. It is my opinion that this graduating class will produce outstanding success stories during their lifetime. It is hoped that Arroyo High School has, in some small measure, helped each of you to improve upon the multitude of individual talents represented in this class. Just as your present life has been touched by your school, we want to remind you that your future will also touch us here at Arroyo. Each graduating class is special in its own way. At this time, I want to take this opportunity to thank the students at Arroyo High School, parents, and the friends of Arroyo High School for welcoming me into the Arroyo family 3 years ago. This is my last graduating class that I will address as principal. These past 3 years have been most gratifying and have provided me many memorable moments. Now, after 30 years of working at a high school campus, it's time for me to move on. Effectively July, I will be moving to the district office as the El Monte Union High School District's Assistant Superintendent of Business. I leave Arroyo High School with mixed emotions. I truly will miss the people that are associated with Arroyo High School, but especially you, the students and the Knights of Arroyo. This is not a goodbye, as I am not leaving. I'm merely moving down the street. I will continue to serve Arroyo High School and our community, only in a different capacity. I will also continue to support and attend Arroyo High School performances and athletic events. Please remember that you and Arroyo High School will always have a friend in the district office. My final remarks are reserved for you, the class of 2000. Over the past several years, you have worked and studied, practiced and played, grown mentally as well as physically. And now you are here to begin your lives as members of the adult community. We as educators and you as students have done our part. Now we stand at the gateway, on the other side of which is the world with all that it offers and all that it demands. For some of you, this will mean a job and the responsibilities of family life. For others, this will mean college and additional years of study and preparation. As you say farewell to us, you say hello to tomorrow. Grab a hold of that tomorrow, and using what you have learned in the past, build it into a bright and shining future. It is a hope and prayer of everyone, it's a hope and prayer that everyone here this evening, that your path may be straight and true, and that your destination golden with happiness and alive with vibrant promise. Luck, success, and happiness to the class of 2000 as the first graduating class of the 21st century. Mr. Ogas, will you please come forward to receive the class of 2000 on behalf of the El Monte District Board of Trustees. Mr. Ogas, as a principal of Arroyo High School, I hereby certify that the 2000 graduating class of Arroyo High School has met the requirements and satisfactorily completed the 4-year course of study as prescribed by the State of California Department of Education and the El Monte Union High School District Board of Trustees. Having done so, I declare this class eligible to receive their diplomas of graduation. Mr. Ogas, I place this class in your capable hands.
Congratulations, class of 2000. A job well done. I'd like to congratulate Tony on new promotion, and upcoming month he will be, as he stated, Assistant Superintendent Business for our district. Welcome him at the district office, and I know that he will be missed here at Arroyo, but the work carries on. I want to thank him, I want to congratulate him. I want to thank all of the staff of this wonderful school for the job that they continue to do year in and year out in educating our students here and from our community, preparing them for life. They do a wonderful job. We owe them a great debt of gratitude for investing their lives, preparing themselves to prepare our youth from our community. Let's give that staff a big hand. I also like to congratulate Mr. Sandell. Tony beat me to the punch by mentioning what was happening, but here's a man that for 40 years has been serving the community of El Monte. 38 years with our district. The last 7, 8, 9 years he's been our superintendent. Dave has been dedicated. Dave has always been in our community at all functions, at many functions, many school activities throughout the district. And here's a man that is really, doesn't live here, but he really does live here because his heart is really in El Monte. And Dave, we want to offer you the best future and the best retirement that anybody can have. And we just wish you success and God bless you in your retirement, Dave. And since you're going to retire tonight, along with Mrs. Carol Mahoney, my fellow board member, we will be distributing the diplomas to you. We're going to ask Mr. Sandell to step down and assist in this process tonight. Thank you, parents. Thank you, friends. Thank you, families that are here tonight. Thank you for being supportive, for encouraging these students to come to school every day, to be prepared every day, even on days when they don't feel like going or coming to school, like sometimes we don't feel like going to work. And your speakers have already spoken about the fact that the future is before you, that you need to have a goal, that you need to have a plan, and that you need to stick to that plan. It's like a map. It's a map of life. You need to know where you're going, and you need to know the road to get there. Sometimes there'll be detours. Sometimes you'll have to take another route to get to that particular location. But whatever it takes, class of 2000, never give up. Continue in your endeavor to be successful. Continue to move forward with your plan, with your dream. Be proud of yourself. And remember that it can be done, that the only thing that holds you is you yourself. Go forward, be successful, have a wonderful and happy life is my sincere desire for you. And enough of speeches. We're here tonight to honor you in your graduation, and therefore with the power vested in me by the state of California and by the Board of Trustees of the El Monte Union High School District, and upon the confirmation of your principal, Mr.
Esmeralda Avila.
Theo Bond.
Dale Adrian Bassengat, 1 year perfect attendance.
Carlos Casillas.
Jeanette Marie Artiaga.
Nat Fong Hui, 2 years perfect attendance.
Bo Jack Bartel, 4 years perfect attendance.
Dean Joe.
Maria de la Luz Arias.
Judy Lynn Block.
Mariano Baca Jr.
Jose Luis Carranza.
Anna Victoria Argueta.
Melissa Bencomo.
Danny Ayung.
Agustin Cante.
Lucero Ariano.
Crystal Bellhouse.
Marvin Alexis Asensio.
Casey Cameron.
Lisa Marie Andrade.
Heather Renee Bedola.
Martin Anzaldo.
Jose Manuel Caldera.
Erica Alvarado.
Karen Idalia Batre.
Carlos Fernando Antonio.
Mark Anthony Cadiz.
Francis Ellen Castro.
Linia Frenet Barroso.
Marcos Leon Andrade Jr.,
Leon Thomas Butler.
Valerie Irene Alderete,
Ana Zoila Barriga.
Luis Ruben Alvarez,
Ian David Blackwell.
Alejandra Minerva Alba,
Van Bay Hughes, 3 years perfect attendance.
Joseph Edward Alexander,
Andrew Shane Bjornson.
Nayeli Aguilar,
Elizabeth Emma Bain.
Alex Vinicius Aguilar,
David Richard Beltran, 2 years perfect attendance.
Natalie Eileen Acosta,
Rosario Avila.
Francisco Roberto Acosta,
Lonnie Paul Batista.
Laura Lisette Crespo,
Sandy Lynette Castro.
Robert John Escoto Jr.,
David Wong Sao Khan, 1 year perfect attendance.
Manuela Correa,
Linda Karina Castilla.
Benjamin Escobedo Jr.,
Andre Cuesta, 3 years perfect attendance.
Vanessa Carnell,
Amy Judith Castellon.
Jason De La Roca Enriquez,
Eric Cortez.
Priscilla Alejandra Cordero,
Yvette Casillas.
Sean Daniel Duran,
Oman Felipe Corral, 1 year perfect attendance.
Jacqueline Contreras,
Joanna Carvajal.
Eric Jose Duenas, 1 year perfect attendance.
Edwin Ronald Correas.
Ana Cecilia Contreras,
Cynthia Jamilez Carvajal.
Arthur Manuel Duarte,
Matthew Wyatt Chisholm.
Elaine Chung, 1 year perfect attendance.
Adriana Genevieve Carrasco, 1 year perfect attendance.
Matthew Ryan Dozel,
Long Heng Chen, 2 years perfect attendance.
Virginia Martha Marie Chavez,
Esmeralda Carlos.
Gustavo Andres Dominguez,
Kenny Chen.
Susan Dime Chow, 1 year perfect attendance.
Joanna Cardona.
Treeman Doan,
Jason Brian Chavez.
Jenny Chan,
Wen Truck Cal, 1 year perfect attendance.
Albert Martin Diaz,
Hoa Tree Cal, 3 years perfect attendance.
Dueña Leanna Darlene Cedeno,
Nancy Cano, 1 year perfect attendance.
Kevin Mark Del Castillo,
Jason Chang.
Veronica Maria Castro,
Stephanie Darlene Campos.
Longzam Dan, 2 years perfect attendance.
Jason Castillo, 1 year perfect attendance.
Jen Frere,
Denise Rose Gonzalez.
Abdel Gabriel.
Raymond Joseph Hernandez.
Stephanie Fowler Farrar.
Veronica Marie Gonzalez.
Jose L. Garcia, 1 year perfect attendance.
Marcus Danny Hernandez.
Diane Marie Estrada.
Jenny Carolina Gomez.
Edward Santino Garcia.
Sergio Carlos Hermosillo, 2 years perfect attendance.
Marisa Espinosa.
Leslie Gomez, 1 year perfect attendance.
Hector Manuel Gallo, 1 year perfect attendance.
Horacio Aro, 1 year perfect attendance.
Lisa Marie Eldridge.
Irene Godina.
Danny Jose Fuentes.
Jack Man Ha, 3 years perfect attendance.
Tashana Lanier Eaton.
Gabriela Garza.
Luis Daniel Fregoso.
Cesar Arturo Guzman.
Angelique Monique Duenas.
Michelle Garduno.
Johnson Chiachin Fawn, 1 year perfect attendance.
Sari Gutierrez.
Maria Abigail De Leon.
Irma Irene Garcia.
Vincent Jose Flores, 1 year perfect attendance.
David Elias Guido Jr.
Dolores Pauline Davis.
Candy Hamas Garcia.
Adriana Michelle De Almeida.
Michael Jorge Guerra.
Frank Falcone II.
Analia Karen Galvan.
Natalie Jeanette Cruz.
Randy Robert Gonzalez.
Dave Evangelista.
Andrea Marie Gallardo.
Lori Monique Cruz.
Gilbert Sean Anthony Gonzalez.
Fernando Espinosa.
Alina Cristina Galindo.
Julieta Lindsay Linez.
Frank Quesada Gonzalez, 2 years perfect attendance.
Zong Thu Lam.
Stephen Eugene Johnson.
Lily Manchan Kwong, 2 years perfect attendance.
Nat Thuy Nguyen.
Drunk Kim Lam, 4 years perfect attendance.
Prai Jirathatikal.
Jenny Lingyan Kwok.
Josephine Lorraine Witsa.
Simon Chunfei Lam, 1 year perfect attendance.
Adolfo Jimenez.
Amanda Teresa Kreitzer.
Heidi Ann Hutner.
Joseph Kwan, 2 years perfect attendance.
Brandon Saladon.
Myra Yana Montanez.
Sume Hoy, 3 years perfect attendance.
Jason Cananillo Kalani Kwan, 1 year perfect attendance.
George Luis Tara.
Zelita Keogh.
Lisa Han Ho.
Daniel James Kunka.
Gabriel Jaques.
Yvonne Yi Yan Kim.
Leanne P. Hernandez.
Nam Kian Koo, 1 year perfect attendance.
Dui Thong Nguyen, 1 year perfect attendance.
Claudia Juarez.
Corina del Carmen Hernandez, 2 years perfect attendance.
Richard Chinwoo Kim, 3 years perfect attendance.
Hoi Ho.
Carol Chan Ching.
Julie Hen, 1 year perfect attendance.
Andy Shi Kwa.
Soon Ho.
Jessica Michelle Jaramillo.
Amy Renee Hall.
Derek Renee Kessel.
Nam Kim Bong, 1 year perfect attendance.
Vanessa Jaquez.
Jessica Olympia Josephine Guerrero.
David A. Gerardo.
Fernando Gustavo Herrera.
Sabrina Maria Teresa Yatiza.
Ruby Roxanne Gonzalez. Victor Leonel Hernandez.
Cindy Kim Lee, 2 years perfect attendance.
Milagros Macias Monroy, 3 years perfect attendance.
Sergio Everaldo Lopez.
Roy Melendez, 1 year perfect attendance.
Adisa de Yamira Lopez.
Shannon May Middleton.
Pablo Lopez, 1 year perfect attendance.
Robert Louis Mata.
Roxana Lamas.
Rachel Renee Mesa.
Brian Josue Lopez.
Michael Mata.
Jennifer Lee Chen Liu, 4 years perfect attendance.
Vanessa Mercado.
Wyoming Long.
Daniel Martinez Torres.
Elena Wair Lim, 4 years perfect attendance.
Melissa Mendoza.
Arturo Pinedo Loera.
William Henry Marroquin.
Nancy Liu.
Berta Mireya Mendez.
Sergio Lorenas.
Esteban Arturo Manjares.
Leilani Layden.
Tammy Louise Mayer, 2 years perfect attendance.
Jesse Cam Liu, 1 year perfect attendance.
Thomas Mack, 2 years perfect attendance.
Diana Lee.
Maria Dolores Ramos.
Ellen Lean.
Joshua Stephen Majoros.
Vaitui Lee, 3 years perfect attendance.
Desiree Luis Martinez.
Jay Choi Lee, 1 year perfect attendance.
Thing K. Lee, 2 years perfect attendance.
Lisa Lara.
Ariana Naomi Marquez.
David Lang.
Manuel Lupercio.
Margarita Landon, 2 years perfect attendance.
Norma Magdaleno.
2 Lee, 2 years perfect attendance.
Norman Jose Lorente, 1 year perfect attendance.
Nancy Sai Lam, 4 years perfect attendance.
Jenny Lee, 3 years perfect attendance.
Hua Dang Lee, 1 year perfect attendance.
William Lopez.
Sandra Patricia Espina.
Lee Hua No, 4 years perfect attendance.
Juan Para.
Francisco Navarrete.
Jessica C. Ortiz.
Juan No, 1 year perfect attendance.
Landon Barrio Padilla.
Richard Guillermo Murrieta.
Elvia Ortiz.
Kathy No.
Noe Ortiz.
Josué Salomón Muñoz.
Christy Ortega.
Hang Lee No.
Miguel A. Ortiz.
Jesus Manuel Mora.
Cynthia Marlene Orozco, 1 year perfect attendance.
Patricia Navarro, 1 year perfect attendance.
Juan Antonio Orozco.
Andrew David Mora.
Jessica Olmedo.
Lorena Murillo.
Giancarlo Adrian Orozco.
Martin Antonio Molina, 2 years perfect attendance.
Stacy Rose Ochoa.
Cynthia Munoz.
Jason Robert Arona.
Raúl Aguilar.
Manuela Nunez.
Soraya Elizabeth Moreno.
Leopoldo Villarreal.
Brett Edward Arias Millsap.
Yukiko Nadami.
Samantha Lynn Moreno.
Angel Gustavo Nunez.
David Michael Miller.
Nancy Nguyen.
Ruby Moreno.
Kuhan Nguyen.
Anthony Paul Milazzo.
Khan Bao Nguyen.
Betty Moreno.
Fong Nguyen, 1 year perfect attendance.
Thomas Lucas Mesa.
Jeannie Nguyen, 3 years perfect attendance.
Joanna Mora.
Jerry On No.
Elias Marino Mercado Jr.
Magdalena Escalic Puente.
Michelle Belinda Rodriguez.
Robert Jr. Panduro.
Anthony Ray Ing Thayer.
Sarah Jean Provenzano.
Jessica Cristina Rodriguez.
Lamberto Regoza Jr.
Romy Israel Santos.
Betty Placencia.
Cindy Rodriguez.
Alonzo Quezada, 2 years perfect attendance.
Neil Santa Cruz.
Janet M. Pinedo, 2 years perfect attendance.
Ana Jennifer Rodriguez.
Jason Michael Primrose.
Arthur Matthew James Sandoval.
Corelia Picado.
Catalina Maria Rivera.
Jaime Salvador Villalobos, 2 years perfect attendance.
Alex Salinas.
Fong T. Fan, 2 years perfect attendance.
Marcia Revilla, 1 year perfect attendance.
Luck Pao Po, 2 years perfect attendance.
Andrew Saldivar.
Hong Tu T. Pham, 3 years perfect attendance.
Marsha Emilia Ramos, 1 year perfect attendance.
Mike Pesqueira.
Leonor Salavar.
Marcela Perez.
Vanessa Ramirez.
Gilbert Pesqueira.
Ricardo Romero Jr.
Kim Perez, 3 years perfect attendance.
Vanessa Ramirez.
Stephen John Perez.
Michael Joseph Carl Roja.
Berenice Peralta,
Patricia Carlota Quintero,
Pablo Oliver Perez,
Eddie G. Rodriguez,
Gabriela Celeste Penaloza,
Erika Maria Quesada,
Edwin Antonio Perez,
Geraldo Rochelle,
Selena Yanaz Para,
Kate Hahn,
Arroyo Peña,
Manuel Bernardo Villarreal,
Hortensia Toscano,
Verónica Solís,
Everaldo Vidrio,
Sean Henry Wilson,
Monique Christine Torres,
Miriam Sandoval,
William Vasquez,
Joey Torres,
Evelyn Artiaga Torres,
Verónica Sanchez,
Guillermo Urena,
Michael Terrenal, 2 years perfect attendance,
Bernice Torres Cobian,
Susana Sanchez, 1 year perfect attendance,
Robert Carlos Urbina,
Stephen Vincent Perrin,
Nikki Thomas,
Edith Sanchez,
Andres Gomez Ubales,
Fat San Sue, 2 years perfect attendance,
Lily Nak Tai,
Adelius Esther Sanchez,
Locked Up Trong,
Mark Allen Sound,
Nellie Tan, 4 years perfect attendance,
Ivan Salazar Avila,
Michael Comtrin,
Jose Amilcar Soto Jr.,
Trudy Pauline Serrano,
Victoria Josephine Ruiz,
Dale Trin, 3 years perfect attendance,
Jose Antonio Sotelo,
Donna Marie Sue,
Victoria Falcon Rubio, 2 years perfect attendance,
Joseph Michael Trejo,
Johnny Sokun, 1 year perfect attendance,
Danielle Michelle Cardona,
Letitia Marie Rosas,
Bonqua Trang,
John Situ,
Jessica Soriano,
Patricia Rosales,
Tom Tran,
Germán Cedeño,
Shirley Solorzano, 4 years perfect attendance,
Vanessa Nicolette Roman,
Honda Tran,
Genji Christian Weiss, 2 years perfect attendance,
Ron,
Blanca Alicia Zaragoza,
Veronica Villar, Elizabeth Christine Ventura,
Theram Yan, 2 years perfect attendance,
Joanna Yadira Velasco,
Marie Wu, 2 years perfect attendance,
Tony Deanne Velasco,
Lisa Wu, 1 year perfect attendance,
Sandra Zuleika Vargas, 1 year perfect attendance,
Senda Wu, 3 years perfect attendance,
Mandy Annie Valenzuela, 1 year perfect attendance.
Wendy Wong.
Azucena Saray Valenzuela.
Patrice Wei Ling Wong, 2 years perfect attendance.
Francis Sang.
Janice Jan Wong, 1 year perfect attendance.
Laura Estela Trujillo.
Diane Victoria Weston.
Sally Tuat Tran, 1 year perfect attendance.
Linda Young Fang Wang.
Doctine Tran, 3 years perfect attendance.
Melody Walker.
Niwin Tran, 3 years perfect attendance.
Bin Mei Bong, 1 year perfect attendance.
Nancy Tran, 2 years perfect attendance.
Jane Tong Bong, 2 years perfect attendance.
Luisa Jasmine Tovar.
Yesenia Villacana.
Emiliano Lorenzo Villa.
Vanessa Villegas.
Gianna Medina.
Liliana Villa Senor, 1 year perfect attendance.
Mark Anthony Nunez. Veronica Villar, 2 years perfect attendance. At this time, I'd like to call back up to the podium the Class of 2000 President, Yvette Casillas.
Before the turning of the tassel, we would like to recognize someone who has had a great impact on the Class of 2000. Though you may not know him, though you may have not known what has been done, but this person worked behind the scenes and made the Class of 2000 what it is today. We'd like to present Eric Lopez a plaque for his contributions, his support, and devotion to the Class of 2000. The plaque reads, presented to Eric Lopez. Your continued support and devotion undoubtedly carries the Class of 2000 success. With your help, this graduating class left with a bang. Without your knowledge, it would have been lost. Thank you for your 4 years of your life and lunches. Council will always remember you, and words never express the gratitude you feel. You are one of a kind.
We're ready for the turn of the tassel. At this time, the a cappella choir will perform the Lord Bless You and Keep You.